There is a new Star Trek short. Now, this is not coming from Paramount, but actually from the Gene Roddenberry estate in a company named OTOY, who created it for the new Roddenberry Archives website. This is a place where Star Trek fans can do virtual tours of the Enterprise as it appeared throughout Star Trek's history, as well as other starships. Now, what we're going to take a look at is actually the third from the archive collection, which is a number 765874, and it's called Regeneration. In it, we see a digitally recreated Leonard Nimoy as Spock. The context of this, of course, is occurring directly after the aftermath of the events of Star Trek Generations. In it, we find Spock visiting the location where Kirk's body is buried on Viridian 3. It is a moving scene to watch. And after I've watched it a few times, I actually got kind of mad. Imagine if we'd actually got a film like that. Instead, we got Picard Season 3. Speaking of Picard Season 3, the really interesting thing, and I'll post a link to the article that I'm drawing from in Comic Book, are comments made by Star Trek Picard season creator Terry Matalas. He said, in Star Trek, anything is possible, right? Look, we put that, meaning, if you remember, in Picard Season 3, I think it was insulting for a variety of reasons that I discussed on Nerdporial's channel. Let's get back to the article, though. I always thought it was a shitty grave on Viridian 3 for Kirk. It was a pile of rocks. I don't care what fans think. Again, that came from Terry Matalas. Well, to me, it was really obvious, Mr. Matalas, you didn't give a shit what we thought at all. Take a look at the final product of Picard Season 3. Quote, it became a controversial idea. Starfleet showed up an hour and a half later. There was no way they were going to leave Kirk's body that had just come through the Nexus under a pile of coal on the planet. So it was less an insidious plan of, unquote, putting his body out there like it's a gift shop of much better Star Trek shoved into Picard Season 3. It was mostly a nod to Shatner and Judy and Gar Reeves Stevens' novel, The Return, in that way, and to give some opportunity to keep that character alive in some way, whether that should be Shatner or some new actor or crazy gender swap clone. Crazy gender swap clone, some fun thing. It's science fiction and your imagination is endless. That was the idea behind that, unquote. Again, meaning having Captain Kirk's body as decoration and something that is still new Trek, and I didn't like. This is where we're at. The Roddenberry Foundation. I'd say it's a loving deepfake of Leonard Nimoy as Spock. It's a very touching scene. There is an interesting flashback, however, within the video. It looks like a disintegrating Enterprise, and I'm not sure what that is, if that's from Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, or exactly what it is. What is curious, however, is that the deepfake of Leonard Nimoy in the character of Spock is kind of incorrect. If you remember, in Star Trek The Next Generation, I believe it was the episode's two-parter, Unification, where Leonard Nimoy's Spock and Jean-Luc Picard and Data go to Romulus, and at that time, Leonard Nimoy looked much older. What do you think? I don't know. I think that I don't want AI writing my stories. I don't want AI recreating beloved actors and writing stories for them without the humanity and soul that was unique to their voice, their experience, and their performance. And I'll tell you this, I don't want Terry Matalas anywhere near William Shatner's Captain Kirk's body. I have the feeling, and maybe this is just my opinion, that Star Trek and Paramount cannot wait until William Shatner is no longer with us so they can erase whatever ism you want to throw in, because that's the world we live in. What do you think? I'm Salty Traveling C. You have a good one.